Welcome back, Scorpio. This reading today is going to really help you get through what your greatest fear is and how you can get through it. So let's start. Let's see. Card number 1 is going to be, what is your greatest fear? Oh, okay, Scorpio. So here we have the 9 of Cups. So basically, your greatest fear right now is getting exactly what you want and then realizing it doesn't satisfy you. All right, let me kind of explain. So the 9 of Cups is kind of like the wish fulfillment card, right? So it's getting what it is that you finally have been wishing for. However, because this is in the fear position, it's saying that, you have a deep discomfort with emotional vulnerability, pleasure, or the fear that happiness is kind of fleeting or hollow. So you might fear that letting your guard down to enjoy what you've worked for is kind of suspecting that maybe it could be all taken away from you or that you don't truly deserve it, Scorpio. So maybe something has happened in your past that's making you feel like you don't deserve the happiness that you've been longing for. So let's see, why? Why is this your greatest fear? So here we have the High Priestess. So you fear this because intuitively, you know that there are hidden layers to everything. So your intuition here. The High Priestess is a huge intuition card. So there's hidden layers to everything, including your own desires, okay? So the High Priestess really represents secrets, intuition, and hidden truths. So deep down, you might suspect that wishes maybe come with consequences, or that what you think you want might not be the whole truth. So this fear is really rooted in a mistrust of appearances and surface level satisfaction. So for Scorpios, transformation is really essential. So static contentment can feel suspicious or even dangerous to you. So let's see how this is holding you back. Okay, so here we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. So this fear is really keeping you in a state of mental unrest and avoidance of true rest or peace, okay? So you might be constantly overthinking or maybe pushing yourself, afraid that slowing down is going to make you vulnerable. So the fact that this card is in reverse, it's really suggesting burnout and avoidance of like emotional healing. So you may feel like it's like never safe enough to relax or to trust that things are fully okay. And what do you need to learn about this fear? Okay, so here we have the 9 of Wands. So what you really need to learn, Scorpio, is that being cautious doesn't always mean being closed off here. The 9 of Wands is really like the wounded warrior card. You've been through a lot, okay? And your guard is up, and it's for a good reason here. But this card is really teaching that resilience doesn't mean isolation, and that it's okay to remain aware and discerning while allowing yourself joy, rest, and openness, okay? You're stronger than your fears, and your past pain doesn't have to define your future. And our last card here, Scorpio, is going to be, how do you face this fear? Okay, so here we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Basically, you really need to face your fear by quieting the inner critic and resisting the urge to kind of overanalyze or, or kind of like overthink things emotionally. Okay, so the Page of Swords reverse is really like warning you against mental games, suspicion, or kind of like collecting evidence to support your fears. So instead of looking for hidden dangers and everything that's good in your life, try just to be present and open. You don't need to interrogate your happiness, okay? Trust comes from certainty, but from curiosity without fear. So Scorpio, the summary I have for you today is that your deepest fear is really achieving happiness, only to find that it's not real, it's not lasting, or it's not enough. So this stems from deep intuitive suspicion that what's too good to be true probably is. But this fear is really draining you, and it's keeping you tired and restless and overly guarded. So you really must learn that true strength includes the willingness to be happy here, even if it's risky. It's time to stop questioning every joy and just allow yourself to live, love, and rest, and not just survive. All right, Scorpio, I hope this helps you. I understand that we all get into that. If this just seems too perfect, it's too good to be true. But the cards are telling you just to kind of trust in it. Of course, keep your eyes open, but just let yourself enjoy it, okay? Best of luck, Scorpio. And if this reading doesn't resonate with you at all and you feel like this doesn't sound anything like me, let me know. I can do a personal reading just for you on this matter. It might give you a little bit more clarity on what your fear is and how you can work through it. But until the next time, I wish you the best of luck, Scorpio.